Hello, how are you? It's April, and for some people, I would say, congratulations on your new start of your new job, new place to live, school, workplace, etc., etc., etc. Well, in Japan, the fiscal year or the business year, well, I would say also the school year starts April 1st. And do you know the story behind the April Fool's Day? Well, briefly, what I know is, well, I could be wrong because I heard this from my, I think, grandmother a long, long, long time ago. That was in the last century. But anyway, it started in a country called France in Europe. And of course, pheasants means farmers living countryside, ignored that the new year started. They decided that the new year would start. Okay, January. But before that, it used to start April. And the people who live in near the cities or the where the government lived, or the king lived, I would say, uh, understood it. And they decided to follow the new rule. Well, traditionally, not many people had the pens or the books or the calendars that we have today. So many people, once that they knew how to read or write, they would go to the castle where the government or the king lived, and they would copy the calendar. Now, the city people did that, I would say, on January 1st. But then a lot of stubborn and very, very traditional farmers ignore it. Well, I would say they decided not to believe it, or they completely did not want to adopt the new rule. So they did not come to copy the calendar on January 1st, but they went on April 1st. When they went there, there was no ceremony or celebration of New Year's or the new calendars to copy. And people who really adopted the new rules pointed out those uh, ignorant people. Uh, oh, you are April Fools. That's how the April Fool started. Anyway, recently some people make too many fake news. They think it's funny tracks, but I guess it could create some problems. Well, I hope none of you were involved in any trouble at all on the past April 1st. Now, today's idioms. The first one is all bark and no bite. No, bah, 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 bah. They bark, but it wouldn't bite you. It means threatening, but ineffectual. Well, that means ineffectual means not effectual. It means weak or inadequate or inefficient, something like that. For example, okay, you must know somebody like that. For example, she talks strong, but she's all bark and no bite. Well, it means all talk, no action. Um, some parents are like that. then their children usually or typically would not believe their parents. So those children would do anything they please, not listening to their parents. And often those children behave quite poorly or badly in public, and their parents get embarrassed. But then that's what they've been doing, raising their children. So when you see bad behaving children, well, you're going to blame on not those children, but their parents. Hmm? Do that make sense? Of course I do. The next idiom is the elephant in the room. It means, okay, obvious that everybody can see it, but they ignore the problem. For example, the world leaders need to address the elephant in the room before the I would say world means global climate gets worse. They knew about it, but they're not addressing it. They pretend like they didn't know. But that's dangerous, isn't it? Now, next idiom is ants in your pants or one's pants. It means restless or agitation. For example, okay, they can't sit still. They must have ants in their pants. Or, okay, are there ants in your pants? Because you seems to be very restless. That's what we can say. Now, the last idiom for today is crocodile tears. It means fake, means not true, or insincere tears. It's kind of acting, just tears, and try convincing people who are watching them. Do you know those people too? For example, okay, a famous movie actor shed crocodile tears when she had her press conference. Have you seen that, right? Okay, now, today's word. The first one is hinder. It means to hold back or make hard to do something. For example, okay, there are always people who hinder someone from getting promoted because simply they are jealous, probably. Okay, heavy rain hindered many foreign tourists traveling in Japan because they didn't have any information on that and they didn't know what to do when it happens like that. Okay, another word is lecture. Well, often I also do today, but that's a speech or planned talk, or schooling, or sometimes to scold. Well, I always liked Dr. Al's lectures in my graduate school. Or I can say my Japanese teachers have given many great lectures on, well, not only the Japanese language, but also on Japanese culture. And I really appreciate them, of course. That's all for today. Take care of yourself and happy April to all of you. Bye for now.